maybe before we get to Robert Johnson and talk a little bit about another guy, Blind Lemon Jefferson.
Sure.
The first note I had on here was I thought Lemon was his actual first name, and he was blind. He's another dude. Like, we don't know when he was born. There's only one photo of him that exists, and I guess he kind of got started because some of these record labels, like when the blues started getting big, record labels would go like put articles out and be like, hey, if anybody knows anybody who's a really good musician, let us know. We'll come record him. And some dude that worked in a music store, like a record store in Dallas, wrote in and was like, hey man, this guy plays out by the train tracks down by my store. And he's really good. I bet you if he recorded it, I could sell a lot of music. And that was this guy. And they recorded him, and the record label was like, this sucks.
Really?
But it was huge. He was really, really popular for that era.
Can we hear one of the songs?
Yeah. There's a song called Black Snake Moan. I'll put it on the playlist.
I ain't got no mama now. Got no mama now. She told me late last night, you don't need no mama no how. Black snake crawling in my room. Black snake crawling in my room.
It's like almost that his voice is the major part of the song, and the guitar is just accompanying him.
That's a pretty heavy song. You know, you listen to him, he's like, I don't need no, I don't have no mom. And now it sounds like he's kind of like crying out. And from what I get from that song, it sounds like, you're a man now. Like, you don't need your mom anymore. Like, go out to the world.
The thing that blows my mind is, like you said, he was down at the train tracks playing songs. Who would have known in the future that he's such an influence guy?
And he was blind, but we don't know when he went blind.
Yeah.
Like, was he blind for his whole life? Did it happen later?
That's
But
crazy.
how did he learn how to play guitar like that without even looking? I guess you feel the strings, you feel it. But to have like such a handicap and have such an original way to play guitar, he played very clean.
Yeah.
Those notes that he was playing were pretty clean.
And they said that he didn't have any talent when they,
The
when they
record
recorded him?
label just said, like, this isn't a hit. I mean,
Wow.
and his music's been covered by everything from like Dylan, B.B. King, The Grateful Dead. There's he has a song called "See That My Grave Is Kept Clean" that Fish has covered a couple times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And he's another dude. Like, he died, and a lot of these people die really young too.
Oh, back then, yeah.
I mean, he was 38. Well, first of all, he was so successful that he was able to afford a car and a chauffeur because he could able to buy a car, but he's blind.
Yeah.
Which has got to be amazing for an African American. I don't know how many people
back then,
own
you come from
vehicles
poverty,
when you're right in 1930 in Texas.
Yeah, you'll pull that car up somewhere and somebody goes like, "Where do you want to be?"
Yeah.
Right.
Like, how'd you get that car, man?
Yeah.
And even the circumstances under which he died, some people say that he was poisoned. One person said or a rumor was that he was attacked by a dog and he had a heart attack. One person said somebody tried to rob him and he had a heart attack. So we don't know.
Yeah. I think all these blues guys die of like some kind of tragedy or some kind of, just different kind of death.
And it adds to like the gothic legend
It's beautiful.
of it all.
It's beautiful in its own way, because it's like life imitates art.
I
They all
think-
have hard lives.
I think that's what makes the blues so
special.
Absolutely.
because it's so mysterious.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so old and mysterious.
And he was buried. He's another guy, like, we don't really know where he was buried. They kind of know, like, he was in an unmarked grave until the late 60s, and they put a stone, like, in the general area where they think he is.